In the winter of 1941, the English countryside drowned beneath endless rain. Fields turned to rivers, fences vanished beneath the flood, and the land itself seemed to surrender. But in one small corner of Dorset, a farmer refused to give in. William Reynolds tied ropes between his broken fences, not to resist the water, but to move with it. As the flood rose higher, the ropes pulled tighter, bending with the current instead of breaking. It was simple, clever, and born from necessity. That small idea of survival would one day help shape the course of a world at war. 2 years later, the conflict reached even the quiet farms of England. Reynolds joined the Home Guard, ordinary men ready to defend their homeland with whatever they had. One stormy evening, as he inspected the swollen river, a Royal Engineer named Major Allen Beckett took notice. Beckett saw what others missed. Reynolds's fences were still standing, held together by a strange rope system that refused to fail. The farmer explained his secret: flexibility. The ropes yielded to the force of water instead of fighting against it. Beckett listened, thinking not of fences, but of bridges. He realized that this simple idea could solve one of the Army's greatest engineering problems. By 1944, Allied engineers faced an impossible task: to invade Nazi-occupied France without a single working port. Every harbor had been destroyed. The only hope was to build one, a harbor that could float. And so began Project Mulberry. The plan: create massive floating bridges made of steel pontoons, stretching miles into the sea, but they needed a design that could withstand the ocean's fury. Beckett remembered the farmer from Dorset. He turned Reynolds's rope trick into steel, creating flexible joints that could twist and move with the waves. It was the birth of the Whale Bridge, one of the most brilliant feats of wartime engineering. June 6, 1944, D-Day. As Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy, the floating harbors followed behind. For miles, steel roadways linked ships to shore, carrying tanks, trucks, and supplies over the open sea. Then came the storm. Winds howled, waves towered, and the sea tried to tear everything apart. The American harbor was destroyed. But the British Mulberry at Arromanches held strong. It flexed, it bent, but it did not break. Over 300,000 soldiers, 50,000 vehicles, and more than 100,000 tons of supplies crossed those floating bridges, all held together by a farmer's idea. When the war ended, William Reynolds returned to his fields. He never sought glory, never asked for recognition, but his quiet invention, born from mud, rope, and survival, became a symbol of ingenuity under fire. Today, the remains of the Mulberry harbors still lie off the coast of Normandy, rusting giants of steel and memory, standing in silent tribute to those who built them, and to the farmer whose ropes taught the world how to hold on. Because sometimes the smallest idea